Hey guys, welcome back. This is Lucid, and we are jumping into Friday Blitz. And there's a cool battle that I missed. So I've got Elikium here with Jared, and we're just watching it from, because I didn't see it, he's just pulling up his turn file. He's going to show it. So this is the defense of Vanheim, right?
Yeah, it's the defensive. It's my final stand.
All right. You want to tell us who we've got invading?
Okay, so he finally jumped on my cap after many months of just waiting around, and he one turn cracked it. I was kind of hoping that I'd get another turn to get weapons of sharpness, but he invaded just before I was able to do that. Before he did that, I was able to see what his army composition was, and I saw a lot of these Genjas with Astral. And in response, what I did is I had a bunch of sages, just put a pearl on them, and they went on suicide duty. So the first phase of the battle is going to be just you'll see a lot of these Genjas just pop, and there's one there, and that kind of cut back on his Skella spam. It killed my sages, but I mean I'm dead anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And then what's going to happen is these sages are going to start putting body ethereal on my little Vanheims that I've got left. I did charm one of his Neefel Jarls, but this guy is going to kind of be a disappointment on this battle.
Okay.
And then
He's got two of his own, right?
yeah, he's got two of his own. One of them is the champion too. This is the guy that has won all of the arena battles.
Ah.
And what he's worried about me charming him, so he's got his magic resist up to like 26 and to 23.
Seems reasonable.
Let me get this kind of going. They just do standard buffs of the what is this thing again?
Who are your nature mages making all those swarms?
What's that? Sorry.
Is it shamans you have making all the swarms?
Oh yeah, I had a shaman. So what I did with the shamans is I've got a thistle mace, a spell focus, and then these guys are just gonna do charms. They're gonna do a bunch of casts of this of just chaff. What I figured was gonna happen was he's gonna send his guys up. So I'm gonna kind of hold his troops here, hope that he flies in back, and then I'm gonna try and charm his guys because there's no such thing as being charm proof.
Right, that's true.
And I've got a couple of these guys. I thought I took off all of my. I left an owl pull on there. I've got rune smashers. I've got different things that just make it more possible for us to get the charms off. Okay, so he jumped in back like I was hoping he would do. And at this point, we're just gonna. I'm gonna speed through this because just see that he's going to be surrounded. So this is his champion.
Yeah. I'm surprised he's not killing things more quickly.
He only got 2 attacks per round, and they're not really that. Sorry.
It's like 240. So he's going to be able to do 240 damage attacks with super high attack.
Yeah.
It's 4 attacks, right? Because he has quickness.
The quickness is the second, so he's got 1 champion's credit, and then the quickness makes it a double. What does he got?
The trident does 2 attacks, right?
He's still only at 28 protection. This rainbow armor is trash.
No, I like rainbow armor, man. It's one of my favorites.
Is it really? It's only 11. It's only 11 protection.
Yeah, I mean, if you're stacking other protection, you don't really need super high. Like other things can matter more, like reinvigoration and MR, which is why you get it.
Yeah, I guess. And then the other thing is that I got Light of the Northern Stars, so now all my S1s are now S2s doing, I figured this was going to happen, and what they'll do is, what's the spell that killed undead?
Wither bones?
No, the Astro.
Oh.
Solar Cascades? Is that correct?
Solar Brilliance.
Solar Brilliance, there it is. But what we're going to see is that my guys are casting Paralyze. There's Stellar Cascade. There's Charm. I don't know if you could see it, but these guys are. Here he is. This guy right here is casting Charm.
Yeah.
Now, what I missed was my guy finally decided to go forward and start actually fighting. He got stuck behind the mages, and he routed. So there goes my super combatant.
MR is a big deal. I mean, not MR. Morale's a big deal on super combatants too.
Yeah, and he when he has the battle fright, I was given a defective one, so
return to the manufacturer.
Yeah. And then finally I get him. So it took about it took a bunch of rounds to be able to do that, but I finally got him, and what was good is that I just got him just as my front line collapsed.
Yeah.
So now we rush forward to the little breach. The thing that's nice.
Huge amount of skeletons.
Yeah, it is. But it doesn't matter because I've got all those S2s now that are just gonna wreck the crap out of them. And these Vanheims are both ethereal, and so like ethereal protection 22, like skeletons are not. They might chip them eventually, but it's gonna take a while. And then his other super combatant at this point is running. And then
he's running?
Yeah, he's running away, and then my new guy is in back killing his mages.
That's hilarious. Oh, this is cool, man. I'm not kidding, this is a cool fight. I think it's so cool, because you've kind of been in a tough position for the past, 15 turns.
Well, I mean, so the first thing is that I got pushed by one of his Nephil giants, and it killed my entire army. Yeah. I mean, I won the battle, but I routed, and because I was planning on keeping the territory behind as a retreat route, instead of being able to retreat there, they had no place to retreat, and they died. Right. And I don't have a counter to these Nephil giants. I mean, I don't know how to kill a Nephil giant other than an army. A bunch of my my Vanheims.
There's always counters, man.
I mean, eventually I came up with a charm counter, but even then, he's going to win the raiding game, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And as elves, I mean, what do you think would be what would you do getting raided by Nephil giants as Vanheim?
I mean, I've been getting raided by Fomorian giants, which I think are in the tarts, which potentially are more scary. I mean, they're completely immune to normal troops mostly.
I guess I haven't.
Here, we can debug it real quick. Click on him. We'll kind of analyze the weaknesses of the guy you have.
Are you talking to this guy then?
Yeah. I mean, 28 protection, pretty high. If you cut it in half with armor piercing, it's now down to. Well, I mean, the one we have to kill is the really hard one. That's like 200, right? 200 HP.
That's kind of that was the one that I couldn't. But the rating was the thing that killed me, dude. Like if I could have rated, I would have had a retreat route, and then I would have had half my mages back.
All right. So anyway, okay, we cut his protection in half. It's down to 14, and then he's gonna have liquid body. So any damage you do is gonna be cut in half.
What do you
regenerating?
How are you protection in half? Sorry.
Huh? Oh, well, I'm thinking okay, can we use armor piercing weapons like Stinger or something like that?
Oh, okay. What chassis would you put that on?
I mean, I think the trick with you have shamans, so it's honestly basically the same thing I did. Any astro you have mixed in with elves is really good. At anti-super combatant gear, you put on the killiest kit you can get on them. That's super budget. So you have to worry about repel here because they have really high attack and are a long weapon.
The first turn of the battle, I put in. I cloud trapezed two guys with swords of great swords of whatever, and they had the double attack gear on them, and they just got murdered.
Well, I bet you if you look it up, they probably got repelled. I don't know what weapon they had, the Jarls you were fighting, but these guys have really good stats.
Yeah.
And what's going to be important if you're fighting a Jarl with Vans or Van Jarls? You're mist form doesn't matter really.
Yeah.
Mirror image is actually really nice. Luck is going to be really, really good. Cheat fate is going to be really, really good. And anything that's going to give you better attack is going to be good. So, the base kit that I'm just thinking of would be a Stinger, because that's armor piercing. And then you have blood, so you can do Ring of the Warrior, get that plus attack.
Yeah, that's what I did. I did the double. I did the fire one. I did the blood one, and then I did a great sword of swiftness instead of a stinger because the two-handed is going to punch through. The protection's only going to count once.
Well, it matters that you hit, though, so you would know the kit of the guys you're trying to fight. But versus this guy, you would definitely not want a great sword of sharpness. You definitely want a stinger. And not only do you want a stinger, but you need to cast enlarge on your Jarls, too, which you can do with the shaman. So.
Wait.
Anyway.
Oh, you mean... No, I remember I've got a larger bless.
Oh, you do? Okay. Yeah, so then you don't have to worry about it. So,
what do you mean by the stinger? Why would I want a stinger? What does it have a higher attack?
No, it's length 3. So with larger, it's going to jump up to length 4, which means you're not going to have to go through the repel check of the Jarl.
Okay.
So you do that, then it's just your attack against their defense, and his defense isn't that high. And this also isn't like deploying a single Jarl or a single Van, because I think you use Vans here with mirror image, they're already glamored, so you don't need a mirror image. But yeah, I think you just, like, maybe even 3 or 4 Vans. I don't know the right number, but, like, if you think about it, the Ring of the Warrior is free. And then, a stinger or, whatever the length 3 weapon that you're going to be getting up to 4. And then I think you're going to honestly be limited by the number of shamans you have. Because the shamans are a pretty important part. Because if he's going to kill you in, like, 1 or 2 hits, then the attack killy stuff doesn't matter as much. But if you have luck on your guys, it's really hard for him to kill him before you kill you. Before you kill the Jarl. So, anyway. It's possible, but in a blitz and stuff, it's hard to, like, spend a ton of time thinking.
Once I realized what I needed to do with my Astral, I don't know, because Jimbo was telling me that I killed Scrotty, but I'm pretty sure I killed a bunch of Jarls through mind hunting, and, I think I ended up, once I got my feet underneath me and started realizing that I need to do something other than elves, because that's my comfort is earth, nature, astral. Those are kind of my comfort picks. Whereas air, I was kind of lost. And once I got the shamans online, I kind of caught on to what to do. But then
I think here's like a good debug formula. If you have something that you thought might work. So, like, in this case, it's a Swords of Sharpness guys going in. Do the detailed combat log. You know how to do that? Like, you hit 4?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I normally...
I know it's like...
Yeah. Here, or is it over here?
And I know it's obvious. It's like, oh, of course we should look at that. But what will happen with me, and I don't know if this happens to you, but all the time, I'll lose a combat, and it pisses me off. And I can, like, barely sit through it to even watch it. Like, I'm just so pissed off that I lost the fight. I can't watch it. But you sit there, you make yourself watch it, you hit the detailed combat log, and you see what happened. That's usually going to tell you the point at which you're failing, like, especially in a super combatant fight.
Yeah.
So,
if this was a standard game, what I would have done is, put his gear in, put my gear in, went into the arena map, and, cloud trapezed on him, saw how badly I lost, figured out why. But, man, during the blitzes, there's not time to figure out why. The next turn I lost 2 guys because I didn't have enough time to, like, look at my scripting. And just, like, I'm not used to the script, or to the intensity of a blitz.
Yeah.
The ability to think quickly and on your feet, so.
I had similar issues. Fromoria was just sending so many giants at me. And they were killing... obviously they don't give a shit about PD. They don't give a shit about your troops.
Yeah.
They didn't give a shit about my sacreds. They don't give a shit about hardly anything. But...
How did you end up killing them? Or, does it...
soul slay a lot of times. Which was nice, because they were twiceborn. And if you soul slay them, you ignore twiceborn. So, I probably denied him 100 death gems worth of twiceborn dudes. But then I also did it with thugs, too. So...
Okay.
It's like whatever I had. I think another mistake people make is they like, and not that you made this, but just people make. I see them making all the time. Like somebody deep raids them, and they're like, oh no, I got deep raided, and they're like, oh no, the deep raiders are really hard. They're gonna kill any amount of PD, and they're gonna kill all my units. I guess I better sit in my fort.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, and it's like, no, you have to just persecute deep raiders. Like, I kill every single deep raider from Moria has sent in me against me the whole game I've killed. And there was like another round this turn. Like, more deep raiders, they died again.
I mean, I've been counter raiding too. This guy just came back. I realized he was going to use the skeletons, so he was on his way to come back and help me kill the swarms of skeletons.
Well, let's see how this ends.
Oh, I mean, at this point, if you see these guys, they're all paralyzed.
Oh, okay.
So now it's just a munch.
Oh, and the army's routed too, so the skeletons all dissolved.
Does he still have leadership? Yeah, he still has undead leadership through these squads.
No, but if they've routed, I think that causes skeleton dissolve.
Does it? I did not know that.
Yeah, I think so.
But nom. It was.
Well, there you go. How about that? What was so what was the ledger? The death ledger.
I mean, technically I lost more than he did. But I don't know if you got to see. Oh, that's one thing. Let me watch this again, because there's something that I don't think we caught. And I told you about this, and I mentioned it in the scripting. And I know exactly when it happened. Holy crap, sorry, my Disciples partner is messaging me like mad.
How many of your communion slaves did you lose? It looks like you kept one mostly alive.
I didn't have any communion slaves.
Oh, really?
I didn't throw communion. And why? I want S2s. And I just put up Light in the Northern Star, have an S2 bunch against his Skelos spam.
Okay. Interesting.
Where is
that's like, especially because you probably lost hardly any of them then.
I lost all of them.
Oh, really?
I'm trying to show you why. Because this was the true tragedy right here. I got to keep this guy's fatigue, because it's this guy here that makes my life sad.
Oh.
Yeah, remember what I told you?
Yeah.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Scoot back so I can see all the mages.
Oh.
Yeah, okay.
Problem is...
But aren't they ethereal and stuff?
Yeah. Is he there? Oh, here he comes. Okay. Here we go. Let's see. Charm, Frighten, Cast Bound. There we go. Bam! Earthquake.
It didn't kill most of them.
He didn't, but he brought them down to 50% hit point. So at that point, when they move forward and start to do their advance and cast, they eventually decide that to route instead. I think at this point, yeah, they're all fatigued out.
Oh. Wow. That is something you don't think about. Bringing them forward caused them to... Or, I mean, the earthquake didn't kill them, but it did enough damage to some of them that they're gonna... Oh, yeah, there they go. They're running. Look at the back.
Yeah. The moment this guy wakes up, I think he runs. Oh, nope, he did. Okay, at least... But yeah, they're starting to run because they've taken too many hit points. They've taken too much hit point damage, and I guess maybe some other...
No, that guy's full HP. I think it's just HP route is what it is. You know, there's two thresholds for HP route. One threshold is... like, there's enough people in your army that are dead so that you have to take a morale check every turn, and if you fail the morale check...
Here's the army route. People.
And then there's the final one, which causes the whole army route, which is like a deeper threshold. But I think right now you're not at the whole army route threshold, but you're at the take a morale check or run threshold. But that earthquake could have put you to that point. So
yeah, not only that, but once you get this army of Niflheim have routed, I think the army level routes they go away, and it's just at the squad based at that point. Because I see fewer routes once this army of Niflheim has routed. Message comes. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think it kind of turns it off. Actually, I normally people don't route. I don't know. That's a good question.
I looked it up the other day because I had a thug that took rock to the head. It brought him just below 75% hit points, and he ran to slingers. But yeah, like I got a lot of, like, all my guys have just got loaded with gear at this point. So,
but, well, thanks for showing that to us. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do my turn now. But that was really cool battle,
pleasure. Yeah, enjoyed it. Thanks for the info too. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. All right, I'll see you, man.
See ya.
All right. So let's go here. And hopefully this works. I'm still in the chat, but I'm not streaming and I'm not talking, so I think we're okay. Let's show you my turn. So Dire Portent, Illwinter goes up. Fuck. We have empowered ourselves in air. We have a few battles here. We attack here. We attack here. Was this worth watching? No, we're pinging. This is the Fomorian throne we're pinging. Fomoria attacks here and gets wrecked. Riggedy wrecked. He's got this guy with a lot of gems of gear. This is 15 gems. 20. 30. 35, 40. 40 gems total. You got to have one province for one turn, and it cost you 3 gems for Cloud Trapeze. And now I'm not going to sing for you guys, but now you're fucking dead. Get wrecked. Stop deep raiding me. Anyway, thank you. We got the Rhyme Hammer, and we got the Crown of Lead, and we got Hydra Skin Armor. Thank you. Unfortunately, things do not go as well here. So the White Mage comes and attacks us. The Tart. We had these guys set up in a Soul Slay little barrage, and they're Soul Slaying, but it's not working. And he's got pretty high MR, but it's not that high. I mean, there's no reason that he should survive this, to be honest. Like, all these paralyzes. This is really embarrassing. This is pretty high MR, but he's gotten really lucky. He's gotten really lucky. Like, he should be dead. Anyway. So he kills 5 of my guys. Raids me underwater. I don't have anything to defend. I did not predict this move with his little army of crap militia. And then we have the big battles. Here's the battle for the fort. We've got a lot of Oryapata. And we've got the God of Satis with some idiots that are pretty afflicted. Wait, what the hell? Who are these? Oh, he stole them. He enslaved-minded them. Interesting. So they're not mages, and they don't have gear. He enslaved-minded these dudes running around. Very interesting. Alright, we've got mass protection going off. We take to the skies. We have Soul Slays that already kind of wrecked a lot of these guys. Yeah, more. They're at 18 MR with that much HP. They are Soul Slay targets. There goes Fog Warriors. Right, his god is very much surrounded. I think he's probably going to get repelled too. I wonder if this can be repelled. Yeah, I think so. Like, let's look at his combat log, because he's probably going to be attacking. Oh, no, okay, repel negated. Morale negated repel. You just kill a skeleton or something. These guys have really high defense. He's got kind of shit attack. Meanwhile, We are just destroying everything that is lizard. And as I have said before, and as I will say again, we are going to turn these... They have an offer, and basically they can die, they can become our mounts. It is the only good use for a lizard. It's to be ridden. Now, Crocdog does not have Soul Vortex, which is interesting. An interesting life choice. And his current maximum HP, 270. Now, the real question, place your bets now. Are we going to kill him with swords before Soul Slay? And the answer is no. We just Soul Slayed him. He's dead. So, cost us basically nothing, and we killed just about everything. Next battle, down here in another fort. Here we don't have flight, and I was kind of worried. And so he's got a communion set up, and these guys are dropping in slave mine and all this other shenanigans. But with darkness cutting through their defense, we get through the front line quick enough, and we kill them. So this one was a lot less close than I thought it would be. We didn't really lose much. We lost one mage who got converted into a soulless warrior, and then we lost a couple, or we lost one Ariapada. Few sea trolls. But we won a thistle mace, which was quite nice. 2 thistle maces, so all in all, I would say highly successful. And Femoria has decided to move his main stack up this way. So now we just, I assume he's going to sail, and so we'll just cruise on in. I can stock up on gems, because we're at a lab. And, yeah, we'll just cruise over here and take this from him. I think there's nothing he can do. I think it's checkmate. I think we win. The only thing I have to really worry about this turn, and I'll do it in my own time, but it's scripting right here. We don't want to lose it. So we're probably going to he can attack me this turn, so I'm probably going to need to do a big PD dump. And then I might need to move in. I think some of these guys can kind of make it. We're going to have these guys moving up here. So anyway, we're going to have to kind of scrape together a defense here. It's going to be a little desperate, I'm not going to lie. We'll probably kit Barathus up as a super combatant and send him against whatever comes his way. We have pretty good gear we made for him. Like we've got this. I think we're going to put the Herald Lance on him in case we have some white duties, and then a Dusk Dagger. And a hat. I think we'll do the Horror Helm, and then we'll do the Ring of Regen, and then this. There's not really going to be a lot of MR attacks, but I guess it's probably better than nothing. Yeah, this will be pretty good. He regens for 30% of this, so like 40 HP a turn. And he's going to just chop through whoever he's fighting. So feeling pretty okay with defending this with Barathus here. This guy, maybe we throw on a Skull Staff, have him put up Darkness or something. I'm not even sure. We'll probably jack up the PD here. Do Mass Protection. We'll do some other stuff. We'll do about as much stuff as we can manage. I'm not sure how much that's going to be. But all the top death stuff we can do, because I'll have him jump in as a Communion Master, and he can reset the, do reinvigoration and stuff for the Communion too. So, should be all right. Or Magic 1, which means it's going to be kind of easy to do Communion stuff. And yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about our chances of pulling out a W here, boys. Yeah. Femoria, let's take a look at the charts real quick, because it seems like Femoria's rating a lot, and yeah, he's rating some. You can see he's come back up a little bit, but he's in trouble. Don't be mistaken. He is in some deep, deep trouble. And we'll probably raid, take back whatever he's taken from us. Like, especially down here. I don't have a ton of control. Like, this is hard for me to keep control of. So, we'll have to see. I don't know where he's going to go. Anyway, we've got to catch these guys. We don't have to. I kind of want to. And we'll just move our doom stacks on top. And I think that's going to be it, guys. I think we're 2 turns away from the game ending. So I will see you next time.